Hello dear children, welcome you to Leeds International School Holiday Study Material. English Literature Form 1. Today you are going to study about Grandpa Chatterji by Jamila Gavin. Scheme of work reference pages 56 to 61. Objectives of the lesson. You will be able to identify the main characters of the story. Identify the main characteristics of key characters using information from the text. Use information from the text to make predictions about the story. Develop cultural sensitivity. Know about Indian foods. Know about Western and Indian attire. And also develop interest in reading. Let me tell you about the author of Grandpa Chatterji. Jamila Gavin is a British writer who was born in Mysore in India to an Indian father and an English mother. She moved to England when she was 12 years old. Jamila has written many books with multicultural themes for children and young adults. Characters of the story are Mom, Dad, Neetu, Sanjay, Grandpa Chatterji and Grandpa Leicester. I will tell you about the grandfathers of this story. Neetu and her little brother Sanjay have two grandpas, Dad's dad Grandpa Leicester and Mom's dad, Grandpa Chatterji. Grandpa Chatterji, who lives in India, comes to visit them. This story tells the lives of an Indian family living in England with a gentle comedy that places new value on the children's Indian heritage as their connection with their background is developed through the time spent with their grandfather from India. In your syllabus, you have been given only a chapter of the book, but I invite you to find this fiction and read. I'm sure you will experience an enchanting story with a delightful ending. Describing Grandpa Chatterji. Grandpa Chatterji is a very simple person. He wears only a dhoti. Every day, he does yoga exercises, bathes, cleans his teeth, washes out his mouth, nose and throat by gargling and snorting with salt water. He says his prayers every day. You can read this at the beginning of the lesson, page number 56. I will tell you what dhoti is. Dhoti is a garment worn by male Hindus consisting of a piece of material tied around the waist and extending to cover most of the legs. Look at the picture and you can get an idea from that. Describing Grandpa Leicester. Grandpa Leicester is so smart and stern. He cannot bear mess. He wears Western wear. He concerns about food and clothes. He owns a dark green Jaguar car. When he came Neetu's home, he was wearing a dark grey pinstriped suit, a pure white French shirt with stiff collar, a smart Rotary Club tie, a pair of shiny mirror bright black Italian leather shoes. When you read line 81, page number 58, you can understand how much he hates mess. Let's read that part. If there was one thing Grandpa Leicester couldn't bear, it was mess. They could tell by the critical way his eyes swept around that he could see nothing but mess. Messy children, messy kitchen, and a messy Grandpa Chatterji. With sinking hearts, they waited to hear his severe voice telling them off. I I don't like my grandchildren to look messy. Dark grey pinstriped suit, Rotary Club tie and black Italian leather shoe. Looking at these pictures, you can get an idea about what Grandpa Leicester was wearing. Preparing lunch for Grandpa Leicester. Grandpa Chatterji prepares lunch with the help of Neetu and Sanjay. Let's read line 31 to 35, page 57. Now then I need a hand, said Grandpa Chatterji. All these vegetables need washing and chopping up. I want the potatoes and carrots diced into small chunks. I want the cauliflower broken into little flowers, and someone is going to have to slice the onions. Describing the messy kitchen when Grandpa Leicester entered there. Grandpa Chatterji, Neetu and Sanjay were standing there covered in batter and flour, looking like white ghosts and wishing that, like spirits, they could disappear. If there was one thing Grandpa Leicester couldn't bear, it was mess. He could see nothing but mess. Messy children, messy kitchen, and a messy Grandpa Chatterji. Here I want to say something to you. When we read the story in page number 56, we can understand this family, except Grandpa Chatterji, worry about the visit of Grandpa Leicester. It's because Grandpa Leicester is so stern and he concerns about food and clothes and he hates mess. That's why Mum worries about cooking. And Neetu says Grandpa Chatterji, if he doesn't get dressed properly, Grandpa Leicester will call him jungly. What had Grandpa Chatterji and Grandpa Leicester prepared for lunch? Bowls of pakoras, plates of puris, terrines of turmeric-coloured lentils and dark green spinach, casseroles of vegetables and egg curries, saucers of pickles, dishes of yogurt and chopped cucumber, and platters piled high with snow-white rice. Pakoras, puris, lentils, spinach, egg curry, pickles, yogurt, cucumber and white rice. By looking at these pictures, you can get an idea of Indian food items that they prepared. The table is overflowing with food. The family was so happy when they saw their both grandfathers had prepared a wonderful lunch. And here you can understand an unbelievable change of Grandpa Leicester. He had removed his pinstriped suit, smart Rotarian tie, and he had rolled up the sleeves of his sparkling white French shirt. And most incredible thing is he had tied a frilly pinny round his waist. This amazed the family. Where were two grandpas found after lunch? Neetu and Sanjay found both grandpas in Grandpa Chatterji's bedroom. Grandpa Leicester had taken off his uncomfortable pinstriped suit, French shirt, Rotarian tie, stiff and shining black leather shoes. His chest was bare and his legs and feet were bare. He was wearing a thin cotton dhoti and sat cross-legged next to Grandpa Chatterji on his special Indian carpet. They shut their eyes and meditated. "What are you doing, Grandpa?" whispered Neetu. "We are digesting," said Grandpa Leicester. and meditating, said Grandpa Chatterji. Here you can understand, through meeting Grandpa Chatterji, Grandpa Leicester introduces some of the ways he associates with India, swapping his French shirt, Rotary Club tie and Italian shoes for an Indian dhoti. This shows, though Grandpa Leicester is stern, he is fascinated by Grandpa Chatterji, and his rituals, belongings and personality inspire his imagination. Now dear children, try to answer these questions. Question number 1. Who is the writer of Grandpa Chatterji? Number 2. Who are the characters of the story? Number 3. Write a short description about Grandpa Chatterji. Number 4. Write a short description about Grandpa Leicester. Number 5. Why did Neetu, Sanjay and their parents worry about Grandpa Leicester's visit? Number 6. What were the food items prepared by both grandpas for lunch? Context questions. Number 1. Why the long faces? Who said and to whom? Number 2. Grandpa Leicester will call you jungly if you don't put on a suit. Who said and to whom? Number 3. Don't blame me if the meal is ruined and Grandpa Leicester never comes here again. Who said to whom? Number 4. You are early. We weren't expecting you so soon. Who said and to whom? Number 5. How could you let these children get into such a mess? Who said and to whom? Number 6. You've never heard of riding in a jaguar. Who said and to whom? Now try to do this activity. Imagine you are Grandpa Leicester and explain how you felt when you spent the day with Grandpa Chatterji. Okay, thank you my dear children. Hope to see you again. Bye.